What's up? How you doing? Here we are again, and tonight we have the drumsticks from a chicken, about a dozen. We have potatoes, which will be turned into French fries. Flat iron steaks, and right here we have a special request by my daughter Amanda. Party wings, chicken wings. She wants some of these for lunch tomorrow at school. So we will begin. Clean the potatoes in there and cut them up. So we have here, I don't know if you can see that. This is the sign from the first Apollo Creed Rocky Balboa fight. Thursday, January 1st, 1976, 8:30 p.m., 15 rounds. The Master of Disaster, Apollo Creed, undefeated heavyweight champion versus Philadelphia challenger, Rocky Balboa. A Miles Juergen promotion. And it says that you can listen to it on WRCP. It'll broadcast the fight live. Bicentennial Super Fight, the heavyweight championship of the world. This is the fight where Apollo Creed was looking to fight Mac Lee Green, but I guess he hurt his hand, and then he couldn't find anybody else. Some guys, gained 50 pounds, and other guys, they didn't think, 5 weeks was long enough to train for this fight. So then he thought of an idea, Apollo did. Didn't want to lose the opportunity, so he looked through that big book of fighters, and the Italian Stallion was in there, and he said it's the name. So he picked this Rocky Balboa guy to fight. Now, I was a kid back then, and I had a bike that I would ride up and down Route 28, and on Route 28 there was a movie theater, a drive-in, and I remember they had a sign out in the front, big sign in red letters that said Rocky. I didn't know back then what the hell Rocky was. I thought Rocky was like a bad guy, but there are no bad guys in the Rocky movies, none of them. They're just trying to get ahead in life. Clubber Lang was not a bad guy. Clubber Lang was a good guy. He just wanted a shot at the title. He was the #1 contender. He should have got a shot. But Clubber Lang was not a bad guy. He was a good guy. But anyway, I thought Rocky was like a bad guy or something, like he was a villain. I had no idea it was about this fight and, the love story of Adrian and Rocky. I had no idea. And then when I went to see it, I became a big fan. But I was already a fan of boxing. My father and we used to watch Muhammad Ali fights. My father was a big Muhammad Ali fan, and I watched Thriller Manila and Rumble in the Jungle. But every fight that Ali had that was on TV, back then ABC Wide World of Sports would carry them for free. Just had to watch the commercials. My father would watch them, and I would watch them with him. So I was a big fight fan. And of course, Tuesday night fights. We used to watch Tuesday night fights together at the kitchen table. Every Tuesday night, we would watch Sean O'Grady and Nick Charles talk about the upcoming fights. They would have these awesome fights. They were, small fights, not championship fights, but they were good. So Tuesday night fights, I don't think it's on anymore, with Sean O'Grady. So, yeah. Love this movie, love the story. And then we had the rematch, because as most people know, Rocky lost to a split decision in the first fight, but he did go the distance, which is what he wanted to do anyway. Then we had the rematch. So that's the rematch there. Rocky Balboa, the challenger from Philadelphia, exciting slugging sensation, versus Apollo Creed. And here they say, I don't know if this is accurate, it says from New York City, world heavyweight champion. I always thought Apollo was from Los Angeles. Remember Rocky 3 brings him back home to LA to train? So I don't know why this says New York. But anyway, Rocky 2, and then it says tickets on sale at the box office. So this movie was, you know, really good. I enjoyed it. The best line is when they're trying to buy a house, and Rocky's checking out the bricks, and Adrian tells the real estate guy, "My husband's an expert in bricks." So, you know, and then when they're trying to make a decision whether to buy the house or not, Rocky's talking to Adrian, and the real estate guy is like, you know, right next to them, and then Rocky abruptly stops and he looks at the real estate guy and he goes, "Can you stand over there? I want to talk to my wife secretly." So anyway, they end up buying that house. But big fan of these movies. Rocky 3, awesome. Clubber Lang deserved a shot at the title. He was a good guy in that movie. I don't know why Rocky, you know, was unaware that Clubber Lang even existed. Pick up Ringside Magazine. You'll see that Clubber Lang is ranked #1. If I were world champion, I would be picking up the magazines and checking out the top 10 guys. Who's my next fight? He had no idea. Anyway, just Mickey hid that from him. You will not read. You will not read while I'm around. I will tell you the news. You will not watch TV. I will explain to you who you're gonna fight. So, but yeah, and then Rocky 4 became science fiction. There's no way a guy can punch you with what is it, 2,500 square, 25 pounds of pressure per square inch, and not remove the head off your head, the head off your neck. Sorry. So yeah, the head off your neck. You get hit with something like that, the head's coming off. I think the average heavyweight hits at around 550 to 750 pounds of pressure. That's what I think it is. I think it's around 550, somewhere in there, but not 2,200 or 2,500. No way. I don't care how much you do the steroids. It will not get you to hit that hard. Anyway, all right. So I'm going to start the meal here. But like I said, I used to ride as a kid on Route 28 on my bicicleta, and it said Rocky, and I was like, what is that about? But it was everywhere, Rocky. And then I finally got to see it. But like I said before, I thought Rocky was the villain, and he's not. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, it's starting to get dark, so we'll start cooking.